Good morning. Welcome to another One Mind meditation. Our teacher for this week is Jiddu Krishnamurti. And today's meditation really is about presence, being present. What is your relationship with being present? Somebody, good morning. Happy to be back this morning. Let's get into today's message. We all strive for inner peace, a sense of freedom. Yet life often throws us curveballs. Almost daily we are met with obstacles and stumbling blocks that we could not have planned for, leaving us feeling frustrated, anxious, and out of control. The good news is that being happy does not need us to avoid these challenges, but rather, peace finds us when we cultivate a deep inner acceptance of whatever arises. The first thought for today from Jiddu Krishnamurti is, die to everything of yesterday, so that your mind is always fresh, always young, always innocent and full of vigor and passion for today. I love the way he says this, but also this can be difficult to actually grow into and apply in our lives. Die to everything of yesterday and be brand new every day. Krishnamurti says, this is my secret. I don't mind what happens. That is the essence of inner freedom. It is a timeless spiritual truth. Release attachment to outcomes, and deep inside yourself, you will feel good no matter what. As powerful as this wisdom is, I don't mind what happens. It's damn difficult to apply, isn't it? I don't mind what happens does not mean we don't care about anything ever. What Krishnamurti is trying to say is closer to when Eckhart says, accept the present moment as if you had chosen it. I don't mind what happens means I don't have any preconceived ideas of what this moment should have been. Here the moment is, I am here, I am now, and I will deal with this moment as it arises. I don't mind what happens means I will not have resistance to what this moment is. I will let it flow, and I will spend my energy on what's in front of me where I can actually be effective. I don't mind what happens means I will die to everything of yesterday and be fresh and new in this moment, so that I don't have old thoughts that try to convince me that this moment is anything less than perfect. Hey Anthony, good evening. It's good to see you. Hello. Being present is not just a spiritual idea. It is the best productivity tool that you have. Living right here in this moment means that all your energy gets directed towards what's right in front of you and not diluted by distraction from yesterday or tomorrow. Being present is the most effective application of your energy. If you're ready, you can close your eyes and we'll float away together. Today's meditation is called the power of now, the power of being in this moment, the power of being present. You can close your eyes and here we go, starting with the first few big breaths. Let's take a deep breath in and out. A deep breath in and out. A deep inhale. And let it go. Deep breath in and out. One more big breath in. And let it all flow away. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose gets drawn all the way deep down into your belly. And as you fill up your belly with air, also raise yourself up. As you breathe in, stretch out your spine. Lift the top of your head toward the ceiling. And once you've reached your full height, let all of it go. With every exhale, soften. With every breath out, soften your spine, slump down your shoulders, and even drop your head. Continue your full body breathing, rising with every inhale and slowly falling with every exhale. While we have a conversation about being present, what is your relationship with being present? Being present can be described in a number of different ways. Different terms that are used is, or could be, being mindful. Being mindful could be the same as being present. Conscious awareness means the same thing as being present. In the moment, being in the moment, of course, means the same thing as being present. What does being present mean to you? Being present is by definition the absence of past and future. Being here in this moment means in this moment there is no past and no future. How often do fears of the past or anxiety about the future keep you from being present right now? Being present is not just some spiritual belief. It is about being practical. When you pour your energy into a past that you don't have any control over, or when your energy is poured into a future that does not actually exist, then you have less energy to spend in this present moment where you can actually make a difference, where you can actually be effective. How much energy do you lose to the past and to the future, leaving you with less for this moment? We'll take the last few big breaths of this phase together, helping our bodies stretch, adjust, and settle down into as much comfort as possible for the rest of our journey. Let's take a deep breath in. As you release, drop your head all the way forward and roll out your neck muscles forward and to the left. Forward and to the right. Take a deep breath in. As you release, roll your shoulders forward in big, slow circles. Take a deep breath in. As you release, roll your shoulders backwards in big circles, nice and slow. Take a deep breath in. As you release, focus on your spine. Lean your upper body over to the left. Lean your upper body over to the right. One more big breath in. And as you release, you can stretch or move or adjust any part of your body that still needs a bit of help settling down. Having softened our bodies into a state of presence, or at least becoming as present as we possibly can be, we can now turn our attention inwards and dive deep inside for the next part of our journey. If you don't have the time to sit for the whole meditation with us, then this is always a good place to stop. With every next inhale, we'll hold our breath for a few short moments, then followed by a long, slow exhale. And if you are here for the whole journey, we'll take the next few big breaths together. Let's take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, make it a long, slow exhale. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, feel into your body. Feel how softness slips into your body and settles in every part of your body. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, follow the downwards flow through your body. Feel your shoulders slowly falling. Feel your body slowly softening. And feel how you are slowly slipping deeper into you. One more big breath in and hold. And as you release, feel yourself melting. Feel your whole body dissolving. Feel how you are slipping into a deeper level of surrender with every slow exhale. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose is an invitation. It invites you to turn inwards and follow this journey. As you breathe in, feel the air flow in through your nostrils. Feel the air touch the back of your throat. Stay with your breath as it flows in through your lungs. And as you fill up the balloon inside your belly, feel yourself slip all the way in. Hold your breath. But hold it only for as long as it feels easy, followed by a really long, really slow exhale. With your next big breath as you dive deep into you, the topic today is being present. The question again is, what is your relationship with being present? Take your next big breath. I want you to try out this idea, this phrase, this terminology. The thought of what this moment should have been. We arrive in a moment, and likely we carry with us an idea of what this moment should be. And very often, this moment does not show up the way we thought it should have been. Do you have experience of this? Showing up in a moment, and the moment does not look the way you thought it should have? Take your next big breath. Can you remember the last time that this happened? Do you have a clear memory of the last time you showed up in a moment with some seed of an idea of what the moment should be, and then the moment just wasn't that? It was different than what you thought it would be. And perhaps you got stuck there a little bit. Stuck being unhappy about the way the moment was. Can you remember the last time you experienced this? Take your next big breath. Krishnamurti speaks about this exact thing when he says, die to everything of yesterday, so that your mind is always fresh, always young, always innocent and full of vigor and passion for this moment, for today. Have you become better at catching yourself? When the moment arrives and you realize you had a different expectation, you had a different idea of what this moment should have been. Are you better at catching that and not becoming stuck in unhappiness about what the moment is? Have you become better at asking, well, now that this moment is not the way I thought it should be, what does this moment make available to me? We'll use a couple of examples, some practical examples that serve as a bit of a mental rehearsal. When we do a mental rehearsal, what we're really doing is we're laying down the neural pathways that will be available for us when that moment arrives. We're doing some of the work now. So when the moment comes, we've already taken a step or two. These examples are simple and practical, but you are more than welcome to replace them with your own examples. So as an example, imagine going on a hike with a friend. You've planned this hike weeks ago. And in this plan, there's a specific spot, let's say a waterfall that you're going to hike to. The hike turns around at the waterfall and then you hike back. But your friend arrives, the hike starts, and the moment's not quite the way you thought it would be. The conversation doesn't flow the way you thought it would. Your friend has just had a bad breakup. You're trying to hike, have conversation, and push the pace because the waterfall is far. But it's become a bit sticky. The moment is not the way you thought it would be. How long will you become stuck in an unhappiness about the way this turned out? You feel let down. How quickly could you catch yourself and ask, what does this moment make available? We're out here in nature. We're breathing in fresh air. What does my friend need from me today? Do we need to do this hike differently than we thought? Take your time with your own mental rehearsal. How would you catch this moment? How would you become open to what this moment makes available? Take your next big breath. Are you becoming better at asking, what does this moment make available to me? We'll use another very clear example. Probably not practical to your life. This is probably not a part of your life, but a very simple way of practicing being present. Imagine for a moment you are a store owner. And in your store, you have one person, one cashier to help you out in the store. The shelves in your store have needed repacking for quite some time, and you have decided that today is the day. And you're doing the repacking yourself because whenever you've asked an assistant to do it, It's not quite right. So today is the day you are repacking shelves. And as you do, your assistant is manning the cashier, and the store gets a little bit busier than normal. A line of customers start forming in front of the cashier. Now this example is very simple, but sometimes we miss these simple moments because we've become stuck in our idea of what this moment should have been. So the very simple question is, do you get stuck in your idea that the shelves are being repacked right now? Or do you recognize that this moment asks you to let go of that? Open the second cash register and serve customers. Where else could you apply this? Can you see a clear example in your life where you might be able to catch yourself and more easily put down your idea of what the moment should have been, so you can step into what this moment asks of you? Take your next big breath. We'll use one more example, and this one would really test us if it were to happen. It is again really simple, but I think I'd personally find this one hard. Although I've practiced this one a number of times, maybe when this one comes around, maybe I've done enough practice. But just imagine you've just baked the most beautiful apple pie. Not just the kitchen, but the whole house has this smell of warm baked apple pie. As you carry it over to the table, you stumble a little bit and drop the pie on the floor. This is enough to make anyone unhappy. In your mind, you already saw this pie displayed on the kitchen table. Now, it looks a little bit more like a mush, flattened and broken on the kitchen floor. There is a beautiful invitation here. How long will you be utterly unhappy? And no one would blame you if you were. But on the flip side, how quickly could you catch yourself and see with amusement the possibility of getting a fork, sitting on the kitchen floor, and taking a bite out of this gorgeous apple pie that you've just baked? Could you be that present? Could you take that invitation, put a smile on your face, step into the moment, and have a bite of apple pie off the kitchen floor? Take your next big breath. We'll take one more big breath together to slip out of the breath holding space and into the next. Let's take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, feel yourself slip all the way through. There is no more attention on your breathing. You can sit all the way back, even lie all the way back down and feel yourself just floating. I'll read to you one quote from Jiddu Krishnamurti that really speaks to this, especially this last example. He says, "This is my secret. I don't mind what happens." He says, "This is the essence of inner freedom. It is a timeless spiritual truth. Release attachment to outcomes, and deep inside yourself, you will feel good no matter what happens." I don't mind what happens does not mean that we don't care about anything ever. I don't mind what happens means I don't have any preconceived ideas of what this moment should have been. Or at least I recognize them and I get better at putting them down. I don't mind what happens means I will not have resistance to what this moment is. I will let this moment flow and I will spend my energy on what's in front of me, where I can actually be effective. I don't mind what happens means I will die to everything of yesterday, and I will be fresh and I will be new in this moment today. So that I don't have old thoughts that try and convince me that this moment is anything less than perfect. We have the last 5 breaths of gratitude to do together. With every exhale, I'll say my thank you, and I invite you to say yours. Let's take a deep breath in. Thank you for learning how to recognize when I'm in a moment with an old thought that says, this is not how the moment should have been. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for learning how to recognize that my resistance to what this moment is, whatever it is, if I resist the reality of this moment, it simply causes deep unhappiness. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for learning that every moment brings possibility. Every moment brings opportunity. And I will not see the opportunity if I'm stuck in my thought of what this moment should have been. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for learning to ask, what does this moment make available to me? What does this moment ask me to step up and do? And then surrender to that. Do whatever it is that this moment asks me to step up and take care of. One more big breath in. Thank you, beautiful people. Thank you for slipping into presence along with us. Thank you, Anthony. Thank you, Sunmuddy. Lots of love to you guys. Wishing you a beautiful day. And to whoever else might be in the background, lots of love to all of you too. See you again soon. Ciao, ciao.